I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals while drinking booze.
Cheers! 28.
What?
I mean, we're really getting up there, baby.
Yeah, we're just plowing through these.
Hey, this is how we do.
What are you drinking?
Today,
Yeah.
beersies.
Oh.
You know, I just wanted to keep it light and fluffy.
That's cute.
Also, beer makes me really bloated, so.
I had to stop drinking beer. I felt really fat.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, I feel fat kind of in life, like
Just
in general. Yeah. But I'm working on that.
Why? What is it?
There's something about beer that just makes me feel really heavy and really, you know, like it's too much. So, I'm a hard liquor girl. Give me the rum, give me the whiskey, all of it.
For me, it's the automatic.
Yeah.
I don't drink it that much, so like I like the bubble
Of beer. We're
of
talking
beer,
about,
but same thing. It makes me bloated, but then I also get the beer farts. Champs does that too. Like I get the Champs farts. It's got to be
okay.
the effervescent, no?
Right. But do you get that with soda when you drink a mixed drink?
I don't drink soda that often.
No, but we drink it with alcohol. We talked about this in the last
I mean,
episode.
we do it here, but like it's not. I'll never go out and get like
Jack and
rum
Coke?
and Coke or Jack
yeah.
and Coke all night long.
Oh, I will.
Like I'll do one.
You know what I'll do is my go-tos are either Jack and Cokes or Jack and whiskey. Jack and ginger. Ginger ale.
I can see how that. See, but I like Moscow mules.
Me too.
Maybe next episode I'll actually like work hard and make Moscow mules.
Oh my God, let's have a crafted beverage.
Dude, you know I was a bartender for 15 years.
Okay, I was a bartender as well, but it was just to work in a karaoke bar and I wasn't very good.
Okay, so then maybe next week
Yeah.
I will make the drinks.
Yeah, not me.
And then I'll make Moscow mules, and then the following week you make the drinks.
Oh, this is interesting.
But I don't want to have a Jack and Coke.
Well, you don't get to pick because I'm the bartender. Ha
But
ha
you have to
ha.
like make something.
Okay.
Like mixology.
Okay. Like muddle shit.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Or blend something.
Okay. The next show, you're mixing a drink, like crafting a cocktail,
Yeah, Moscow mules is my choice.
and then the next week,
Do you like pina coladas?
I'll bring Jack and Cokes.
All right. Well, I don't like pina coladas either, so don't do that.
I love pina
Too
coladas.
sweet. They taste like tanning lotion.
Do you like margaritas?
Yes, I love it, margarita.
Do you like them blended or on the rocks?
On the rocky
Me
rocks.
too. Yes.
No salt.
Oh no, I'm a big salt. Just pour the whole Morton's salt pouch in my mouth.
No, I'm salty enough.
That's very
Ask
true,
my husband, he
actually.
knows.
Yeah.
Salty and spicy.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm traveling to LA soon, and Josh will be out of town at that time as well, and so my mom is actually going to watch Chance for like her first weekend, like overnighty, like weekend thing, right? So it's a big deal, right? Shout out to my mom for all the hard work she does.
She'll be great. She raised you and your sister, and you guys are awesome.
Oh,
so
that's awesome. That's cool.
your son's cool.
Thanks. My son is pretty cool. I love him. So she's going to have her first overnight weekend situation. Anyway, she asked me one night, she was talking to me about the weekend that she's going to have him. And there is one evening where...
Did you just have a little burpee?
I did. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I forgot to say excuse me.
Yeah, you have to say excuse me.
I know. Can we get back to my story?
Okay.
So there's one evening where she's going to be busy going to your opening night of your play.
Oh, yeah, because I'm in The Odd Couple.
Right. So Lauren is starring in The Odd Couple, the female version, in Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I play the Olive, the what's his name?
Oscar?
Oscar character.
Yeah. In the female version, it's Olive instead of Oscar. Mm-hmm. And they're opening in Martinez on September 15th. Is that true, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's 3 weekends, so you should check it out.
Last weekend.
What?
When this show goes up, it'll be last weekend.
Oh, great. So check it out, because it's open now. But anyway, we have to start looking for Chance's first babysitter that's not like in my close circle of family and friends.
Well, as long as he leaves the house without a bloody lip, you're good. Because
Right.
that happened at my house. So.
Right, because I leave him with one of the closest people in my life, and my kid's, scarred forever.
Hey, I'm just trying to build him up the ladder. Build him up the ladder.
That's great, I mean, he needs, to callous up a little bit, be a tough little bitch. So, anyway, that's a little bit concerning for me, is that I now need to start thinking about, the fact that other people that are not family and friends are going to be watching my kid.
So who's this broad?
This is a friend of ours, family friend. Her mom and my mom go to the same church. She's like 18 years old. She's very responsible, very sweet. I know her. I've met her multiple times. But Chance really loves her because she's so fun. Like, she gets down on the floor and plays with him and, plays all the games. And, she's not afraid to be silly and stupid. And,
That's what you need, yeah.
Right. And so, but she's also had a lot of nanny experience. She's a nanny almost full time when she's not in class.
Oh, that's cool.
So, right. So she's got all these, she knows how to take care of kids and she has experience and blah, blah, blah. So he would be in very good hands. And she would be watching him at my mom's house. So he would be in
his element.
An environment that he is comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's not like, this is like the easiest route to take. But I wanted to bring it up because I feel like putting your kids in daycare or leaving them with people that you find on care.com is like something that is a total thing. Like, people do this and leave their kids
hard.
with complete strangers. And I feel like that's one of the most terrifying things I could do with my kid.
That was one of my first jobs. I babysat. I babysat when I was 12 years old.
Yeah,
13 years old.
Me too. And I loved it. I loved it.
I helped raise my younger sister and my younger brother. We have 7 years between us, my sister and I, and 14 years, my brother and I. So that kind of worked, I guess, as my resume.
Right.
You just try.
I was gonna eat, but
she just went to try and grab a mango, and it was in a crinkly bag. So she's like, "Oh, because I can't grab a mango."
Well, because I would get the death stare of Lauren. You guys, you don't understand. If Lauren thinks that I'm doing something either disrespectful or that's gonna be hard for her to edit out, she looks at me as if daggers could shoot out of her pupils, and I would be dead.
Yeah, but you guys don't want to hear her eat every episode, and that's the problem. She gets here, and it's like lunchtime. She's hungry, but we're on borrowed time. You know what I mean?
But we're sitting here drinking, talking about real shit. I need food in me if we're talking about real shit. If we're going to be honest and completely candid on stage or on the mic, where am I? Then...
Well, what we're going to have to do is create a new hashtag. Hashtag hangry. Hashtag need to eat. Hashtag
I just feel like
mom problems.
Like, I always need to eat. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, why am I always hungry?
It's soothing. That's why. Well, at least that's why I eat. I also eat when I'm bored.
Maybe you're boring to me. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, then we should discuss our friendship boundaries. Because now I'm feeling very uncomfortable with this.
Don't!
Okay,
I
listen.
hate it.
So anyway, I was a babysitter.
Right.
Really, really good one. I did the same thing. I got down and played. Here's an interesting fact, and I would love to know your feedback on this.
There you go.
Would you said this is a family friend of yours.
Right.
You know her.
Right.
Would you ever hire a male babysitter for Chance?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. I would hire your oldest to watch Chance.
Derek is so good with kids.
Right.
Cameron is too.
He loves Chance.
They both just have whatever that is to care for kids.
Right.
Like they have a younger cousin that they were very close with growing up. So they had that interaction with babies, and they are just very good with kids. The sad thing is, though, that they will not, like, it'd be cool if you would hire them because he'd probably love to do that.
I would.
But most people won't.
Right. It's true. And a lot of people have a stigma about male, babysitters or, like, preschool teachers or whatever.
But it's like, what are you going to do? Just mollywop the kid? Like,
I have so many friends that are in the preschool, I guess, would you call it a community or like the industry? Like they're
they're in teachers.
Right. They're in the preschool / kindergarten, early educational development stage, environment. And I have a lot of male friends that are in that, and they excel beyond my expectations. They're incredible at this. And they're so good at it, and I would trust them with my kids tenfold. I love them. They're in New York, and it doesn't help me now.
Yeah, that's an expensive babysitter tab.
But
So what do you pay a babysitter now?
I have no idea.
Minimum wage at least. That's
which is
$10.50.
what?
$10.50 an hour.
$10.50 an hour is minimum wage.
Yeah.
How can you afford that? $10.50.
Yeah, $10.50.
Oh my God. And I feel like babysitters kind of always make more than that.
Well, yeah, because you want to take care of your babysitter.
Right. Like it's like a tip, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not saying it's a tip. But.
Well, what you do is you tell them that they're getting minimum wage, and then what you do is you give them like more than that. And then they're like, what?
So here's the other thing is, you know how when you were babysitting, I don't know if you ever came across this, but
when I was babysitting, minimum wage was $4.25.
Okay. Hold on, I'm not talking about that. When you were babysitting and the parents would come home and like the kids would be asleep and you'd just be like sitting there watching TV, like waiting. When they come home and they would always ask, how was he? Or how was she? You know, how were they? Were they okay? And I would always be like, yeah, they were great. They were great. But I always found that I made more when I was like, they were horrible. Like they were monsters. They were ripping the walls apart. They were breaking things. And they were like, oh my God, money.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had like a bad kid.
I've never had that, like to that extent. A lot of the kids that I watched were daughters and sons of people that went to my church when I was growing up. And so a lot of them were very well behaved. A lot of them knew, what the boundaries were. Sometimes we would have maybe an extra bite of dessert because I'm the fun one, or something. They knew when bed was. We would do the routine, blah, blah, blah. I had very, very good kids while I was, babysitting. But, and I will say this. I never used the situation, but I did find...
Really? Because it seems like you kind of did.
I mean, for comedic purposes, sure. But in real life...
Are you all right?
Oh my God, I almost died.
This is why you shouldn't eat while you're talking.
Oh my God. I didn't lie.
What was it? Like a nut that went halfway down and then just came up? Like an actual peanut, not what you guys are thinking. You're disgusting.
Right. Well,
dirty,
we are
dirty.
on episode 28. We need to push the envelope a little bit.
What was that? A nut? Give me that nut.
But what I did find was I would be really honest with the parents. They were super good. They did exactly what they needed to do. They ate their food. They did their homework. They da-da-da. But then when they were kind of like, when they were back, I was like, well, she really didn't listen to me here. I'm sorry. I couldn't get him in the bathtub like this, and this, and I would be really honest with them. And I found when the kids were bad, the parents felt guilty and I got more money. But I didn't ever use it against, because I was a very good kid growing up. I was very honest.
Like hell. I can't wait to have your mom on the show.
Bring her on the show. I was an angel. I didn't turn into a devil until my 20s. Then, holy God.
You know what?
Came out.
Now, hindsight, looking back, I kind of wish that I did say, like, you know what? Your kids were just complete assholes. But I'll see you again next week. You know what I mean? I like it. It's challenging. I like a challenge. Your kid was a complete jerk. Mm-hmm. See you again next Thursday.
Right. Like, I want them to show up and be like, how was he? And then, like, my face be bleeding. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some
black eye.
Badass, like.
You're limping out the door.
Totally. Yeah. Can you imagine?
You're waiting for them to show up. They're right by the door with everything on.
Right.
You got your...
You hire, you get your friend to bring an ambulance in front of the, house.
You're holding a pillow just in case they wake up.
Right. Perfect. They were great. How was dinner?
You know what, though? What? I did always feel guilty about, like, watching TV.
Oh, yeah.
Like, once the kids are already asleep and the work is essentially done, and I'm sure now they don't watch TV. Now they're probably on their cell phones. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it could be sexting their boyfriends or whatever.
Right.
But for me, like, I always felt guilty. So I'd hear the car drive up or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd, like, turn off the TV.
Yeah. But I would make
pull
sure
out a book
but
conveniently
I would make sure
from my
to
bag.
turn it back to the channel that was on. Like, I always do that. Like,
it's like on porn when they turn it back.
Yeah, like covering up all your tracks. I was totally that person. Yeah, without a doubt.
Right now, it would be HGTV, and I wouldn't feel bad because that would probably be what they were watching before I got there.
Right. The DIY station.
Yeah. No, but I'd pull out like a book or something and pretend like, oh, I was just studying for my midterm. haven't done homework my whole entire life.
Right.
Like,
It's
just studying.
but
you know.
it's
I got
summer.
a highlighter
It's
conveniently tucked behind my ear.
summertime, Lauren. What are you talking about? But I study whenever.
I'm just pre-studying because I'm in
Constantly,
resource, so I need to make sure.
Constantly studying.
It's got to be hard to babysit nowadays, though, because they got all those nanny cams and shit.
Oh, yeah, and they can hide that shit in anything.
Do you have that? Or are you going to set up, like, your Snapchat or something?
I don't know. Should I do that?
I feel like you should.
Just for entertainment purposes for us?
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go and get, like, a small camera or something and, like, set it up. And I don't know. It feels, like, very voyeuristic, I guess.
Well, it's wrong. At the end of the day, it's just wrong because...
Nanny cams are wrong?
Yeah, because you shouldn't be altering what it is that the person's doing. Like, you should just be like,
But they don't,
I trust this person.
Well, they don't know that the nanny cams are happening, so it wouldn't be altering anything that they're saying or doing. Whoa!
I'm doing Snapchat as we do this episode.
Yeah, so those little bursts of voices that you're hearing are Snapchats that are going to be on our website later. Do we have a website? Nope.
Well,
Facebook. It'll be on our Facebook. We should probably get a website. Do we need a website?
I mean, not yet.
Oh,
no.
okay. Not yet.
I mean, we should have one, but not yet. You know,
Right.
I mean, if I could have a place that people would, like, actually contact us and, like, talk with us about things.
Do people not contact us?
No, nobody contacts us. I don't even know who's listening to the show right now because they never review.
Who's listening? Check in. We want to know who's listening, so review us. There.
You could become our new bestie.
There you
and
go.
then for your next task, you can babysit Jen.
Yay!
I do think keeping track, though, of what people do with your kid is important.
It's true.
But it also is a second job. Like,
Right.
what are you going to do? You're going to be gone on a date night or whatever, or working, and you're going to pay this person good money to stay with your kid, and then you're going to take that time later to review the tape?
Well, yes, of course. That's the equivalent of going through my kid's shit now.
It is. No.
That's the equivalent.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right.
Spot on. It's exhausting.
you go through your kid's
Yeah.
phone or their laptops or whatever.
It's exhausting.
Chance doesn't have that yet, so I can go through what his babysitter's doing with him, and then I can be like, oh, really, bitch? You're not watching my kid again. Da-da-da-da-da. But I
I'd be
can know
like,
what happened.
I saw you leave the bathroom, and I know you didn't wash your hands because I heard the toilet flush, and there was no hand washing. You came out, and then you fed my kid a cracker, and now my kid has gingivitis.
Right. That's not how it happens, but yes, I totally understand what you're saying.
Just saying.
Right.
I think I would look at the film if I saw a scratch or a bump or a bruise. I don't feel like I would look at it every time.
Okay.
I look at it weird if I, like, raised my hand to give my kid a high five and he, like, flinched.
Right.
And he was like, oh! Then I'd be
Right.
like, oh shit, something's happening with this
Right.
babysitter.
Right.
Clearly.
Yeah.
He's been smacked in the face a couple times.
Right. That is when a nanny cam definitely comes into play.
But otherwise, I think I would just let it roll.
Okay.
And then maybe at some point edit on a fast speed. So for his 18th birthday, I could get some of these random weird things like picking noses and things like that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
could
Yeah.
be fun.
Totally.
Like, remember this time? And he's like, wait, no.
Yeah. Like the picture that I did for Chloe for graduation.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, if I did that now, my kids, the majority probably what you'd see is them underneath a blanket.
Uh-huh.
There's
Right.
a lot of things. You know what? Our houses, yours and mine, are probably very similar. There are a lot of surfaces that are super sticky.
Right. Right.
For very
different
For
reasons.
very different reasons.
Right. It's true. But when you touch them, that shock never goes away. Like,
That's right.
oh, goo goo.
What's that?
Oh, goo goo. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad to see that doesn't go away with age, huh?
No, nothing
Nope.
new.
Nope.
You are preparing yourself now for everything in the future. It just may be a different substance.
Beautiful. It definitely will be.
You know the newest thing I love about your son?
What?
His little mannerisms. He started some of these new little facial expressions. He looked at me today and he scowled.
Yeah.
He smile scowled. It was like he was flirting with me. You
Yeah.
know, like the guy from across the bar that's like, I hate you. And then he like
But here's a
smiles and
drink.
he's like, I love you.
Right.
Yeah, I just bought you a Jack and Coke.
Chance has always been a very, very happy baby,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he loves people. He loves animals. And he's in a good mood the majority of the time. But he just learned that he could move his eyebrows. Like, he just learned that. Like, we're talking a few days.
But does he see himself do it? Like,
no, but he feels it.
Yeah.
He feels it. And he's like, oh my God, what's that? What's that? So he knows he can do it. But the top of his face and the bottom of his face don't match. Because he's like, but look what I can do with my eyebrows. But hey, I still love you. It's so weird. He's such a mess.
It's adorable. I love it.
So
you can't help but like smile.
The other cool thing is that he is learning sign language.
Is he?
So he can communicate with us without speaking because, you know, he's still in this very gibberish phase. But
they pick that up faster. I heard that. But he
is so expressive with his speech that, you know, when he does finally get the, you know, muscle, you know, down to know how to talk and what he's saying, he's going to talk nonstop. He has so much to say from the minute he opens his eyes. And so, and I don't know, he could be far ahead of me and he could be speaking perfect Korean right now and I have absolutely no idea.
It's a shame.
Which is terrible for me because I should be the smarter one. But it very well could not be right now.
I'm not judging you.
But you are a little bit. I feel it. You have the scowl chance eyes right now. So he, but now he is signing. My mom is fluent in sign language. She taught at a deaf college for a while.
No kidding.
That's very true. So my sister and I grew up understanding sign. You know, and so we, you know, she could sign to us throughout our childhood and we would know what she would say.
My sister did that too. My oldest sister did that with her kids. They all learned sign language before so they could communicate way before they could verbally communicate. It was awesome to see whether they wanted milk or water or please or thank you or no more.
And so now he has 2 signs that are done. Like he's got them under wraps and he will use them without being prompted now.
And which ones are those?
Those are more, the sign more. And he does that because he knows that means food. He knows that more means food. So he'll look at something.
Lucky man that he knows that now. It could mean a lot more later.
He'll pick up something, give it to me, and then his hands are free so he can do the sign more. And then he'll take it back, give it to me again, do the sign more. So it's like, okay, great. This is what you want to eat right now. Awesome. And I love that I can understand him. And he also knows please. And so he knows, you know, when to do the sign please. The ones where he's fighting us a little bit on are sorry and thank you. So those are the next 2 that we're actually working on pretty heavily right now. And so hopefully he'll get those. But he's really, really quick with how fast he learns what these mean and what, you know, they will lead to when it comes to, you know, what he wants.
So how far are you going to go with the sign?
I mean, right now, you know, those 4 will get him a very
because he's already very verbal.
Right. I'm feeling like these 4 is kind of all he needs right now because, you know, he's almost a year and a half. So it's like, I know some words are going to be coming really, really soon. So if he masters these 4, it's like, okay, we're good. We're good. I can get basically what you want out of these 4. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you mess up, say sorry. If I give you something, say thank you. If you want something, say please. If you want food, say more. Done. We're good.
Yeah.
You know? So
it'd be cool if he could say poop.
Right.
I mean, not that I'd want to teach him poop, but like it'd be cool since you're still doing the diaper thing if you could like, I don't know what poop is. I only know how to do bullshit.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. Yeah. But
so what's regular shit?
You smell it. Believe me. That's the other sense comes into play. Your eyes aren't necessary.
Don't need any fingers for that.
No. We all know when he poops. That's for sure. So yeah. I know it's kind of cool, but once he like got a sign, I lost it. I was just so excited. He started doing it unprompted, and I was like, oh my God, he really knows what he's doing. He's not just doing it to copy me, and that
he
was
picks up stuff really quick,
really fast.
Like we played fetch with my dog, Gracie, and he was just holding it kind of to play the string to play tug of war with her, which she would gladly do also.
Right.
But I said, here, hand it to me. And I threw it and she went after it. And then that's all he did from that point moving on. So he does pick up
once he saw you do it, he was like, oh my God, I can do that. I can do that. And so he learns really fast. But that actually goes into my next thing.
What?
Because he's picking up things so fast and I have a really filthy mouth.
Shit.
Right. I'm a little fucking concerned.
What is the sign language for that?
Right. So, I'm worried that one of his first words is legit going to be a curse word. Because I do curse a lot. I do.
I mean, but what's the bad thing about that, really? Like, nowadays, it's more common than not. Have you ever been watching a TV show and they like cuss and you're like, whoa, they used to not be able to say that when I was younger. On the show, like ass and whatever. Like,
do you remember when? Now I'm a huge South Park fan, like huge South Park fan, right? And I've watched these guys since they put out movies in college. I mean, they're terrible, and I know them word for word. So I love Trey Parker, Matt Stone, but so I'm a big South Park fan, and they had an episode that came out where they said shit on TV. Did you see this one? And they actually counted how many times. They had a little counter on the side of the TV of how many times they said shit. And it was going to be allowed to be said on TV. And this. And they got up to like over 100. And they were just like, shit. Right. And so it was like this big deal. But now I feel like that was only a few years ago. And now I feel like it's so like, who gives a shit?
Right. And it's everywhere. And but it's also how we're watching TV too. We're not just watching it on ABC or Fox. Like, people are watching
Showtime.
TV on Showtime and FX and Amazon and Netflix
HBO and
all these other avenues that don't have that.
Yeah.
But that, again, this is how our kids are seeing it. YouTube. Dude, I told you about my kids and YouTube. They're always on YouTube. There is not very much on YouTube that you can't do.
Right.
So they're going to see it regardless of whether or not it comes from you. The perk to it coming from a parent, I think, as a fellow cursor, is that, and I always tell the boys this, know your audience.
Yep.
Know your audience. You're around grandma, grandpa, other people's parents, your friends, parents, public, you're doing a team sport, like, don't do it. If it's just you and your buddies and you're having fun, like, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, be respectful.
And that's
Again,
true. I mean,
you're around kids.
I have to look at that when I do comedy. You know what I mean? So each audience I have to view as completely different. There was, when I was living in New York, there was an audition that happened at like 9 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Which for comedians is stupid early.
Yeah, for sure.
But it happened at 9, and it was for Letterman or something like that. And you had to do 5 minutes of completely clean material. When I say completely clean, it's not just not cussing. It's nothing regarding race. It's nothing regarding, anything that could be disrespectful to children or to women. Or, it's like you have all these guidelines.
So what are you talking about?
And there were comedians on there that have been doing comedy for 20 plus years, and they were terrified to do 5 minutes. A lot of them couldn't do it.
Well, right, because what do you know? At that point, you're like being put into a box, right?
Well, not just that.
You know
it's
who's
just
really good at that? Ellen DeGeneres is very good at that.
It's just that comedians now have gotten so used to getting the shock laughter, where if I say fuck, then it's like, oh my God, they're so crazy and they're out of the box and they're whoa, And if they say something that's disrespectful to one race, then the other race has the right to laugh at it or whatever.
Right.
And so, but there is a chance. Brian Regan, he's a famous comedian and he's completely clean, and it's just, there's actually, I think it's at the Ice House in Pasadena, which is a famous comedy club, and they have their drinks listed, like the names of them are comedians, cool. You can have the Louis C.K. or the Dave Chappelle or the description kind of goes with them. You know what I mean? Like, this is a drink that just doesn't give a shit, or whatever. And it goes with the comedian. And the Brian Regan is like a Shirley Temple, right? Because it's cute. And it's because he's super clean, but he is hilarious. Yeah. He's so funny. And he's someone that I look up to. Another one is Don Friesen. He's another famous comedian in LA. I actually met up with him in LA when I was there last, and he was talking to me about how Brian Regan is one of his heroes, and he wants to do clean comedy, and he wants to do comedy that his kids can listen to, and this and that. And it's just like the fact that these guys are labeled as clean and quote unquote in the comedy world, that's a bad thing or whatever. It's just, it's not. It's just people want to go and see people talk about bad stuff that they're not allowed to talk about in public, and this isn't, so there's a place for both of them, you know what I mean? But absolutely. You won't get on television if you have no material that is not a clean 5. If you don't have a clean 5, right, get out of here.
Well, you look at Ellen DeGeneres, she's the same way. She built her comedy it was all clean.
Yeah, she's incredible. I've written her letters telling her that she and Whoopi Goldberg are huge inspirations to me because they're women in comedy, and they got big when it was not cool for comics to be women. There are more comics now in 2017 than there ever have been in the world.
Hence why I'm gonna try it.
There you go. Did you guys know about this? Lauren's gonna be a stand-up comic.
I waited to try it though. I definitely let fear get in the way. But I had this opportunity to audition for a show called I Think I'd Be Good at That.
I think I'd be good at that in San Francisco at Doc's Lab on October 6th at 8 p.m.
And it is a show that 5 comedians work with one non-comedian. And they pretty much help me through it. I got cast, so it's me. I'm the non-comedian. Build material and get up and teach me the ropes. And I just go right into doing a show. I don't have to do 20 years of open mics. I probably do open mics afterward, but
right.
It is what it is, but it's intense and it's scary. But then I look at that and it's true. Like I waited until I felt like, all right, I'm ready now, even though I still don't feel ready.
Well, I mean, you have a little bit of time before that, but you guys do please look that up, and tickets are on sale right now. Oh no, is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tickets are on sale.com.
Yeah, right now. Lauren will be the headliner. There will be 5 other comics, and I'm actually going to be there. I'm doing a guest spot. So if you want to see the 2 ladies behind the voices of your favorite podcast, get your tickets now. Crazy. I know. I feel like I've taken over this whole episode. Do you have anything to say?
No.
Okay.
No,
bye.
I think you did a good job. And she grabbed her tits at the end of this episode.
I did. I waited the whole time.
I was waiting to see when it would happen. It felt awkward the whole time for me because she didn't adjust her breasts.
I've been sitting here not moving, so some sweat has developed.
Hot summer days.
I know. I'm single, by the way.
Oh, people.
Okay.
Bye, all.
Bye. Hey, you can check us out individually on our websites, chelseabierce.com and lauren-kelly.com, to see all the super exciting things we're up to.
And make sure that you like, follow, and share. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter at It's Apparent Pod.
And if you wouldn't mind, please review us. We'd love that.
Yeah, make it count. We out.
Boom. Bye.